Hi, and welcome to Crafts with Ash DIY and Decor. My name's Ashley, and today I'm going to take you through as I decorate my living room for Halloween. I added some really spooky touches, and in a minute, I'm going to have you guess what you think my theme is for this year's living room, and I think you're really going to love it. First, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that little notification bell, and in the drop-down menu, click all so you're notified about all notifications. I upload videos a couple times a month, and headed into spooky season and the holidays, I'm definitely going to be uploading a lot more. So if you like home decor, decorate with me's, DIYs, this is definitely the channel for you, so stay tuned. All right, let's get started decorating this spooky living room. All right, so here's just a brief little overview of everything I'm going to be putting on my fireplace and mantle. I'll give you one guess of what my theme is here. I think you could probably tell I'm going with skeletons. Last year, if you've been following me, I actually lived with my mom, and I kind of did her fireplace and mantle and skeletons and really loved it. So I kind of wanted to repeat the same thing. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Now I am going to go ahead and give this mantle a wipe down, and as I showed you, I'm using the Mrs. Meyer's Acorn Spice. It smells so good. It reminds me of fall. I absolutely love it. So this got super dusty after all the fall decor. Now I am going to go ahead and keep the window up to add height on my mantle. But of course, to spookify it, I'm going to add spider webs. I always say this, but I just think, even if you just put spider webs on your regular, home decor, I think that makes it spooky, and, hey, that it automatically turns it into Halloween decor. So it's the easiest thing you can do, and it's cheap and really simple to go ahead and get your home ready for Halloween. So I'm just kind of spreading it all out. I like it when it's kind of like, I'll spread out. I don't like big chunks. So next I'm going to go ahead and add this strand of lights, and I got this in a 6-pack probably a couple months ago from Amazon, and the cool thing is that they are all on a remote. You can use a remote to turn them on and off, which is nice because you don't have to go and turn every single one on. The only bad thing is, and this is what I learned while having them, the batteries die so quickly. I'm already down 2 strands, and I don't even leave these on a lot, so just be forewarned. So I am going to go ahead and, of course, drape some creepy cloth all over my mantle. And this creepy cloth I use all over my house because I just think that it is the easiest way, again, to add that spooky touch. So I'm going to actually do 2 of these, and I'm going to layer them. And I am putting the creepy cloth on top of the lights. So I wish I had another strand of lights that I could go ahead and throw on there as well, just to give it more light, but that's okay. I still love how it came out. Real quick, I want to take this opportunity to introduce myself. Like I said, my name is Ashley. I am a wife, and I'm a mother of a 5-year-old and soon to be newborn any minute now. I am 38 weeks pregnant as we speak. If you're new here, I truly hope that you love what you see today and consider subscribing and liking my video. If you're returning, you know that I absolutely appreciate every single one of you. I have been reading your comments and your well wishes for when the time comes, and I'll make sure to keep everyone posted when that happens. So next I'm going to go ahead and take this mirror that I've had for a while, and it already had spider webs on it because I used to use it at my old house, and I'm going to place it right in the middle of the window. And this is just to add just some layering. I really love that effect. Now these trees came from the Target dollar spot last year, so I'm going to go ahead and put one on each end of my fireplace. Now for this fireplace, or the mantle at least, I am doing a cohesive look. So I'm doing the mirror, so whatever I do on one side, I'm going to do on the other. Now here's Mr. Bones, and he came from Target either Target or Five Below last year, and I'm going to place him on the side of the mirror, kind of in front of the tree. Now these don't sit very well on their own, so you kind of have to manipulate it. Now here's another one, and unfortunately this one is missing an arm. I'm sure it's in my bin somewhere, but I just couldn't find it. Now I did decide to switch it so we can kind of hide the fact he's missing an arm. So sorry, Mr. Bones, number 2. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw my skeletons right on the mantle. and I think they look so fun up there. I don't know, spooky and cute and fun, all the Halloween-y thing. All right, next I'm going to take this cloche that I got from the Target dollar spot this year, and all I did is add some moss and add a skeleton head from the Dollar Tree, and I do have 2 of these, so I just added that to both. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on either side of my mirror. Next, I'm going to take some moss, and moss has been my thing this year. I've really loved adding the moss because I just think that it ups the spook factor. And so I'm going to add some moss on either side and then just kind of tuck it underneath the mirror. And you're going to see why I added it to either side in just 1 second, because I'm actually going to add these candles that I got from the Target dollar spot this year too. So I had enough batteries at this point to put batteries in 3 of the candles. So you're going to see one not lit, but at the end you're going to see like a big reveal of how the whole living room came out. So just bear with me and you'll see everything all lit up. So I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of move things around and just fit those candles. And I love how this came out too, and some of them I put up like forward towards the front of the mantle, some of them I put towards the back, so I'm just kind of layering them and getting it to the way that I want it to look. Finally, up top, I'm going to add this spider, and it is motion activated. It makes noise, and the legs move, and the eyes light up. So I'm going to go ahead and arrange that on the mantle. I think it's so funny. I don't know that it'll work. Honestly, I turned it off at this point because it makes so much noise, but I don't know if I had it on, if it'll work if people walk past it. Like, I don't know that it would catch it, but I just thought that it was really funny. And I kind of put it towards the corner, the top corner, so it looked like it was crawling down my mantle. And I really liked that final touch to the top. So I was thinking about adding some more stuff in front of the mirror down below where all that moss is, but you know what, honestly, I think this is enough, and we're about to add a bunch to the bottom of this too. So I think it's just right. So to the bottom, last month, for my fall decorate with me, I added these lights around the wood in my fireplace, and then I thought it would be funny. I have these bag of bones that I got from Five Below a couple years ago, although I do believe they have them this year. So I'm just going to go ahead and arrange this. Now, this took me a hot minute, and I'm kind of using the lights to like not tie, but just wrap around the bones so the bones would stay how I want. But this did take me a hot minute to do. That's why I sped this one up. But I thought this was so funny. And my daughter got a huge kick out of this. And she's like, who is that? And I'm like, I don't know. I went to pick you up from school, and then some guy just ended up in our fireplace. And look at him. So next I'm going to go ahead and add some spider webs to the fireplace part, and this took me a hot minute too, and it's getting harder being on the floor because at this point I'm 38 weeks pregnant, and so it's just hard. So yes, I am still pregnant. So next, I am going to add my candlesticks back, and on either side of my fireplace there. Look how funny that skeleton is in there. I just think it's funny. And my fan is on, and that's why the spider webs are blowing, and I think that makes it look creepy. So next I have these wreaths that I got from the Target dollar spot this year as well. I was actually going to return them, and then I was thinking, I was like, actually, they might be kind of cool to add as like candle rings. So that's exactly what I did. So I'm going to go ahead and add one to the top of each of my candle holders here. And actually these candle holders were actually lamp bases, but I flipped them, and it is in a video, so you could definitely check that out. And then I'm going to add these big candles that I got from Hobby Lobby, and again, no batteries, but you'll see it all at the end lit up. I had to have my mom actually bring me some batteries when she came over this day because I was all out. Next, I'm going to add this blanket. It's a Rae Dunn blanket. I got it last year, either at TJ Maxx or Home Goods, Marshalls, one of them. And I'm going to add them to this basket that I got from Target around Christmas time. I'm just going to kind of arrange it so you can still see what it says. And then I'm going to add this pillow that says Home Sweet Haunted Home. I absolutely love it. Again, Ray Dunn got it last year from one of those 3 stores. So I'm just going to go ahead and prop it up. I know it looks like it's at an angle and it's falling, but my camera's at an angle. So you'll see it's straight up and down in the end. And then we have to have Mr. Bones, or Mr. Dog here, because, you know, the skeleton needs a friend. And that came from Five Below or Target last year. My daughter loves that little dog too. Moving on to the other side, I'm going to add this big vessel or vase, I guess you want to call it. This is actually my mom's, and it already had those sticks in it, but I found these black sticks at Hobby Lobby this year. Now, they were a little pricey. They were $11.99, and you know me, I'm a bargain shopper. It is very unlike me to buy something like that, but I figure I can use them year after year. And they are battery operated, they light up, and that's another reason why I went ahead and was like, okay, I'll just go ahead and get them. So I'm just going to go ahead and arrange the black ones into the brown ones, and the brown ones kind of have like an orangish feel to them. So that's why I kept them in there, because Halloween, like I just thought it, I don't know, I just thought it meshed really well. So I'm just going to go ahead and arrange these in them. And again, no batteries at this point, but you'll see it at the end. But I really love how this came out, and I love the height that it added on that side too. Now, this was a DIY I made before I had a YouTube channel, and it's just a plunger, and you just cut holes on the top and the bottom of these skeletons from the Dollar Tree, and then stick them on the plunger, wrap some lights, and then hide the plunger part with whatever you want. Now, they do plug in, but I actually opted to not plug them in because the vase had lights. So anyways, after I added that little DIY, that was it to my mantle and fireplace, and I love how it came out. Let me know what you think. Moving on to my entertainment unit, I'm going to go ahead and wipe this down. Now, I get a lot of comments on the backgrounds that I use on my TV. This is just YouTube, and I just went ahead and searched Halloween backgrounds and just picked one. And there you go, easy peasy. All right, now, of course, you know I'm going to add the creepy cloth. I don't do much up here because, of course, I don't want to block the view of the TV. And I don't really add anything at this point, but then you're going to see at the end I do end up adding a few little things that wouldn't, you know, block the view. So I'm just arranging the creepy cloth how I like it. And now my daughter does use this entertainment unit, like her toys and some books are in there, so she does move those doors back and forth. They roll, so I had to be careful on how this laid out so it didn't get caught. Now I'm gonna go ahead and move down to the bottom, and first I'm gonna add some spider webs. And ignore the shelf on the right side there leaning. I was gonna add that shelf back in, and then I ended up not. And but yeah, I'm just kind of arranging the spider webs, and I do end up bringing the spider webs down, and that way it hides those boxes there. If you watched my last Decorate With Me for fall, you heard me say I'm trying to figure out how to hide those boxes, and I still am trying to figure it out. So I just really, you know, I don't know. I thought spider webs were perfect. Now this sign I actually got on Amazon like today. It was actually delivered today. So I can leave the link in the description box below. It was only like 17 bucks and I really loved it. And I thought it fit perfectly into my skeleton theme. Now to the bottom, I'm just going to add these Dollar Tree hands, and it's going to be extremely simple. And I just loved the way this bottom came out. I thought it was so funny too. So, and I thought it was just enough spook. Then I'm going to add this Beware that I got from the Dollar Tree up top. Next, I have this thing of blankets, blanket basket to the side, and I have this Jack Skellington blanket. It's actually for pets, but my dog doesn't lay on it. So I'm actually just going to use it to cover up all the other blankets, and then add a pillow to the side, and you'll see where that pillow came from in 1 minute. Next, we are going to do the bats. Now, I enlisted the help of my husband because there was just no way I was getting up and down that ladder 100 times to do these bats. But my vision was that the bats are going to come from the vent and fly behind the TV and up to the corner of the wall, which you'll see in a second. And don't worry, I speed this up. I'm not going to make you sit through this whole thing. But what I'm doing here is actually using painter's tape. I actually bought these bats in 2019, and I just have to say, I bought these bats before they were popular. I just have to say that, before they were a thing. So now everybody uses the bats, but I think that they are so cool. So I just, you know, I found them this year, and I thought, oh my gosh, this would be so cool if it looked like the bats were flying, you know, behind the TV and up to the corner. So, and yeah, I'm using painter's tape. The sticky stuff it came with, I remember left, or pulled paint off the walls of my old house, so I definitely did not want to use that again. Painter's tape is working just fine, and like I said, I have the fan going and the bats are still hanging on. So yeah, but so this is how it looked before, and then I made him go back and change some stuff because it wasn't really going in the right direction. So you're just gonna see him kind of move stuff around and make it more look like what I had envisioned. Thank God he loves Halloween too and has the patience to do this. I am very thankful for that. This is your friendly reminder that if you love what you see so far, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Not only does it really help my channel to grow, but it tells YouTube you love what you see and you want to see more. So smash that like button. So after all the bats were on the wall, this area of my living room is done. What do you think? All right, moving on to the couch. These are the pillow covers that I bought from Amazon this year, and I really loved them because they're kind of dark and spooky, but have a little bit of orange. And then those two orange pillowcases came together in a set. So I just went ahead and just used the yellow pillows that I had and just put the orange cover over the yellow pillow. And then I do have my pillow covers or the filler pillows as well. And I just put one orange in each corner and then one of those decorative ones. And then you saw me use one on my blanket basket and then right here on this chair. So it did come in a set of 4. Next, I'm going to take this skeleton picture that I got from Five Below a couple years ago, and I'm just going to go ahead and place it. Now, I did use those Velcro stickies at first, but it fell right off my wall, so my husband did go ahead in with a nail and just nail it in. And I thought it looks really cool. Just wait till the end to see the reveal. Now, to my end tables, I went ahead and wiped them off, of course, because my daughter, she puts all of her stuff on here. I mean, we all do. We all use these end tables, which is why I keep it very simple. Also, why there's not any lamps or any big things on here. But I did find these placemats at Home Goods this year. It came in a pack of 4. I'm only going to be using 2, so I gave the other 2 to my mom to put in her living room because it's the perfect colors to go in her living room. And then this I've had for quite a while, and it's a set of 2. You'll see the other one in a sec. But there's actually a tea light candle in the eyes. I don't know if you can see that. But I thought that was perfect to go along the skeleton theme. And now moving on to the other one, I'm just going to quickly wipe that one down as well. These get so dusty, and whenever I sit on the couch, this is my corner right here, so it gets kind of messy. So next I'm going to go ahead and add the same placemat, and then here is the girl skeleton, which has earrings, and it is so cute. Look. So cute. I don't know if you can see the earrings, and then I'm just going to add the typical things I usually have, my coasters and of course my remotes. And that was it to the couch. I usually keep it super, super simple and, because obviously we sit on the couch a lot. Now moving on to this little table tray thing that I have behind my couch, I'm going to go ahead and put some creepy cloth. Now I did put this at an angle and I really wanted to hide the plugs back there. You can see like that white cord. And that's always plugged in, and then the Alexa is plugged in there. So I have it draping down, if you can see, and I'm trying to hide all that. Now, sorry about this angle. My camera's angled here. I don't know how that happened, but it just is. So I just really wanted to have this like kind of hanging down at an angle. So I'm just kind of arranging it. Now, this tree I got this year at Five Below. It was $5. So I'm going to go ahead and use that on the top in the corner there. Now, this is going to look kind of weird, but I'm going to take this coffee cup and I'm going to put the Alexa on top of it, but I am going to use the creepy cloth to cover it, and only because I needed a stand for this sign right here that I also got from Five Below for $4, and it's actually a chalkboard sign. So I just went ahead and cut off the hanger because I'm not going to be hanging it, and then I just wrote "enter if you dare," and I hate my handwriting. I don't know, I might use something on my Cricut and do it again, but I just needed that cup to help prop this sign up, so I just added that to the other side. Now this phone we got 2 years ago, and of course it makes noises and it randomly rings and it freaks you out because it's always going off. Next I have this a DIY that I made in my last DIY video, and I'm just going to put a candle on top, and then this is just a little candy dish, and I do plan on putting some candy corn in that. Now the top of this is going to look completely different like when I do the after shots, so just hang in there with me because I don't know why this top gave me such trouble. The bottom I like knocked out no problem, but the top I just couldn't get it to how I liked. But moving down to the bottom, I have another one of those trees from Five Below, and I'm just going to add that to the other corner so that way they're diagonal from each other. And then this is another DIY that I made in the last video. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to the other side for some height. Then I have another one of these candles, and again, no batteries. I apologize. I'm going through so many batteries this season because so many of my decor pieces need batteries. Now this sign I bought this year, and I was so excited because it says little monsters, plural, which I've never had. So this is the first time that I'll have more than one child. Well, at least like within the next 2 weeks. So, when I saw that, I was so happy because I've never seen one that just had like singular, like one for just one child, if that makes sense. So I could not wait to display that sign. Then I just added a little candelabra, a candelabra, a rat. There goes that pregnancy brain again. And I'm just going to kind of arrange it. Now, of course, after I put this all down, I totally forgot I wanted to arrange some spider web on here. So I kind of took some things off, and I'm going to take the spider web and just kind of pull it and let it hang in the front and kind of drape it. And I'm using the items on the shelf to hold my spider webs in place. As you can see, I'm just kind of placing them, and then I'll go ahead and put my pieces back on. So of course I would have done this before, but I completely forgot I wanted to add spider webs. I just felt like it just needed something down there because the top had the creepy cloth, and then the bottom didn't really have anything. So I'm going to go ahead and add my pieces back in and arrange this too. Now I am going to go ahead and use some Dollar Tree florals to just fill in some blank spots here. I wasn't going to add a lot, like a ton of stuff on this shelf, but I just thought that the florals really made a difference. And of course those spiders came on those picks as well, so I just went ahead and might as well use them, right? I have them. So I'm just going to go ahead and add just little touches here and there. And now we're going to move back up to the top because like I said, the top I just kept switching around, and it's even going to look different than this. But I forgot that I had these bats. So I decided to just go ahead and add the bats to the tree. And I did end up adding the bats to the bottom tree as well, which you'll see in a little bit in the final shots. Then I'm going to go ahead and add this little spider, and that's because it's orange and there was orange on the bottom, so I did that to kind of bring in orange on the top. And then that was it to this shelf, and it may change, I'm not sure, but let me know what you think. Now, typically I show you me decorating my blanket ladder. However, someone was kind of occupying the blanket at this moment, and I really didn't want to mess with it. But there she is. I guess all that decorating made her sleepy. But after that, it's time for the final reveal. What do you think of my spooky living room? I am absolutely loving how my living room came out this year for Halloween. It's the first time ever decorating this living room in this house because this is our first Halloween year. So I really went in not knowing at all what I was going to do, and I think it came out so spooky and so fun and so cute. You're gonna have to let me know what your favorite part was, or just your thoughts all together about this living room, and let me know, have you started decorating yet, or do you decorate for Halloween at all? Obviously, you know I am a huge Halloween person, and even though I am about to give birth literally any minute now, I'm going to try to pump out as many videos as I can before that happens. Whether or not that is possible, I don't really know, but I have just loved decorating. If you missed my decorate with me in my dining room, definitely catch that. I will attach it to the video or in the description box below and the video after this, and if you loved this, you're going to love how that room came out. I hope that you got a ton of inspiration and ideas on how you can decorate your home for Halloween. And until I see you again, I'll decorate with you soon.
Bye-bye!